Hey everyone, welcome to Keeping It Real, the Kitsap's Market Pulse. I am Niki, Shelton, and this is Kerri, Selby, and we're going to give you all the latest, the hottest news in Kitsap. Today is Kerri just moved to Navy Federal Credit Union, where she can help now assist even more of our veterans. So moving on to national news is the government shutdown. Unfortunately, we are in day 44, but it does sound like there are some indicators that it may end soon. Senate approved it, and it is now being sent to the House. So we are definitely thinking of our federal workers and praying it all in soon.
Most definitely. I mean, we are definitely affected ourselves by this government shutdown. So very grateful when it will be over.
Right, exactly. So the other news too is I've heard that because the SNAP was closed down, that there is kind of an uptick as far as people needing, extra like help with their groceries and stuff. So that's kind of a new thing here too. And then of course we have our Marines. They had their 250th birthday just 2 days ago, or 2 days ago, and then today or yesterday it was Veterans Day. So a belated Veterans Day. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go to our real estate market update here. So here, let me see if I can do this. I need to put in my other slide. So we saw a big drop in new listings last month. It was down nearly almost 30%, which is kind of crazy from October of last year. But buyer activity stayed kind of steady, which is kind of interesting. Okay, I'm trying to get caught here. So okay, so pending sales only slipped about 7%, and closed sales were down 6%. So homes are still moving, just taking a bit longer on average, about 37 days on the market compared to 31 last year. And prices continue to climb. The median home price in Kitsap jumped from about $560 to $601, so nice appreciation. It's up about 7% over last year. And sellers are getting about 99.6 of their asking price, showing demand remains strong even with fewer homes available. So right now we've got about 2.2 months of inventory, which means we're still in the seller's market, but it's a little bit less intense than last year. And so sellers, you still have the leverage, and buyers, you're getting a little bit more breathing room than last year. So Kerri, how are those market rates being affected by the elections, the shutdown, the unemployment rate, and all that good stuff?
We really have not seen a lot of movement per se in the rates. Things have been kind of holding steady, and I really think that has a lot to do with what's happening in the House and the Senate right now with the government being shut down. So right now, the average rate is sitting at about 6.34%. So if we're looking at a FHA mortgage, it's about 6.06%. Jumbo loans are sitting at about 6.41%, and VA around 6.8%. So that's a pretty good average. It's definitely down from this time last year, which is a very good thing.
Yeah, because we were almost 7% almost last year at this time.
Actually, it was getting closer to the 8% mark at this point. So
okay, so this is what I would have to say if I were going to give the top 3 things for buyers in this market. The prices are still rising, as we just talked about. So waiting likely means that you're going to be paying more later. Number 2, homes are still taking longer to sell. So use that time to negotiate smartly. And 3, get pre-approved so you're ready to go when that right home hits. And then as far as sellers, yes, inventory is low, so you still have the advantage, but pricing does matter. Homes that are showing well and that they hit the market clean and ready for move-in are going to sell the quickest. And considering offer buyer incentives like the rate buy downs and closing credits to stand out. Kerri, anything else to add to this?
I think that December 10th, sorry.
Okay.
All of your tips are great tips, honestly. And we are seeing a little bit more seller concessions, which is good, but just hang tight. And if you find a home that you fall in love with, I say just go for it. You can always refinance later. So my dogs are going crazy with their toys.
Okay, you guys, our next market update is going to be December 10th. So until then, that's your Kitsap market update for November. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or just curious about what your options are, Kerri and I are here to help. Reach out to us today. Call, text, or message, and let's make sense of the market together. You guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you again next time, same place.
Take care.